How's it going, guys? Electron Man. Hope you're doing good today. We're going to do a little something different today, guys. I had one of my subscribers actually email me and ask me, what's the wiring for 2510? And the more I talked to him, the more I realized he'd never wired a mic before. And anyway, I thought maybe this would be a good little subject to go with today. I needed to anyway. I've got a couple 2510s. I've been waiting for some 5 pins to come in so that I can wire up a mic for it and do some testing. I've actually got 2 of them to work on, and I didn't have a 5-pin mic. I couldn't find one anyway, so we're going to make a 5-pin mic. I just found this old Regency mic. It feels good in the hand. It's got strain relief, nothing special. Just need a good hand mic to make into a 2510 test mic. So I guess the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to kind of go step by step by this. Hopefully a couple things is, obviously you're going to need a connector, a 5-pin connector. I bought these off eBay. I will provide a link. I actually went by the local CB shop. They wanted $10 for one of these. I said I'd give you 5. They wouldn't take 5 even. So I went over there on Amazon and I bought 10 of them for, I think it was $11. So yeah, we're not paying that. I mean, 5 I'd have given just for the convenience. But anyway, long story short, I'll send you a link on that. It also came with the metal side of them too, which is kind of crazy. I didn't really need these, but it's part of it. It came with 10 and 10. So if you need to replace one of these in a radio or something, you got some of them. Or I can make me an adapter to a 4-pin or 5-pin. I had a bunch of different things I could do there. Let's see what you're going to need. You're going to need, obviously, the connector. I think you're going to need an extra set of hands. This is what I use. These are pretty easy to come by, cheap, and they definitely will hold something in place for you while you're working. And obviously you'll need a good soldering iron. Something preferably with a tip about like that, smaller tip. I'll run this about 380 Celsius, something like that. What is that? And that'll do perfect for this. So the first thing we need to do is get this guy apart here. This stock one. I'll keep this connector, by the way. This is a nice connector. Not a common one, so probably worth keeping if I don't lose the screw. Let's see, how does this thing come apart? Does it just pull it? Not that y'all really needed to know that, but and usually your colors are always going to be pretty much the same, and you're always, your mic or audio is typically going to be wrapped with the ground, kind of like a coax. So you're going to know that center wire that's wrapped with that ground is going to be your audio wire. Go ahead and pull this guy apart here. Okay. Now we're just gonna, and actually this is just half of it. Just, if you want to, you probably just skip forward to soldering a new 5-pin on if you're not having to take one apart like I am. But we're gonna go ahead and give you the whole experience. And just like that. Sorry, I could use a little tin, I tell you. Just tinning it a little bit there. Getting a little dry on them. Okay. So what do we got? We got a black, we got a ground, we got a red, and we got a white. Well, I can already tell the white is my audio because it's the one that's got the ground wrapped around it like a coax would. Black, I'm sure, is probably ground. And red is obviously probably going to be push to talk or transmit. So, let's just start wiring up a 5-pin. Oops, I need to get this off of here. Get this connector, actually try and preserve this best I can. Yeah, this is extra trouble I probably don't have to go to, but like I said, I really want to preserve this. By the time I throw this away, I'll end up needing this connector, so let's just go ahead and keep it. I was supposed to put that on the inside anyway. Okay, well, we got that guy. We'll go ahead and put it in my little mic connector bin here. Oops. Keep that too. Okay. Now then, let's get us a new 5-pin here. And of course, the first thing we're going to need to do is get it prepped to install it. So we need to loosen these two guys up, at least loosen them up, if not take them out. This is the strain relief. This is what clamps to the wire once you feed it through. And then we need to take the little bitty screw out of the middle here. This one actually holds the connector in. Be very careful with these. I don't know how many that I've dropped of these and they disappear. I mean, they're not very big either. So it goes into your carpet. Better hope you buy more than one connector. Okay, now that I got it apart here, now what I want to do is, I know it's going to come like that. I know my wires are going to feed through, so I'm going to feed my wires through here. Just like so. You want to do that first. You don't want to forget this and then solder this guy on, and then guess what? You'll be back to square one. Okay, which one's one? Okay, this side's one. So you want to identify your pins on your 5-pin, which pin's one, etc. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the holder in here. And then simply we're gonna rewire this guy. Actually, I think I will do a little pre-tinning on these so that I could just touch them and they'll solder right up. So I'll pre-tin these. Ah, come on. There we go. And one last one to pre-tin. Pre-tin or tin, whatever. I don't think it's pre-tin, it's tin. Which is basically, I got the flux to stick to the metal so that it's ready to solder the wire on. This side's already got solder on it, so I should be able to do just re-solder this guy right back on and be up and running. Okay, so I know, let's see here. Pin 1 is right here on the right side of this. They're marked too if you look at the connector, but seeing pin 1 is going to be my audio. So I'm going to want to put my white one on here. Just like so. And then I'm going to want to do the shield to the audio on pin 2. So just like that. And then pin 3 is going to be transmit. And I don't know if I need to, I'm thinking I probably need to do the black with the shield, because I'm pretty sure on the HR2510, pin 2 is common ground, so we're going to go ahead and hook the black wire up too. I mean, I will test this before I completely put it back together just to make sure, but get a lot there. Woo. And just like that, guys, that easy. Oh no, these 2510s, pins 4 and 5 are only used for channel up and down. So you're really only using 3 pins on a 5-pin connector, but the reason it has a 5-pin because it has the channels up and downs. Let me go ahead and connect this up to a radio and let's test it and see if it works. Let me get a radio out here, kind of clean up the bench here, and I'll plug her in. Obviously, if it works correct, then all I got to do is slide her back on here and put the screw in, tighten these connectors here, and voila, we have a 2510 mic connected. Let me, like I said, get cleaned up here and let's see if everything's right. Okay, guys, I've plugged her in and boom, hell audio, hell audio. Yeah, this radio definitely is going to need some work. But I got my mic wired up perfectly. It is transmitting, which the radio is transmitting, but has no receive audio. Not even sure what this switch does here, but we got transmit and modulation, and that's what I needed to know to make sure that I had my mic wired correctly. Okay, so basically now all we do, and like I said, it was correct. Really, you only use 3 pins on HR2510 on a 5-pin connector, and that's 1, 2, and 3. 1 is going to be your audio wire. That's the wire, typically white, that's got the ground wrapped around it. Pin 2 is your common ground. And then you're going to put your black wire for your transmit and your shield for your audio on pin 2. And then pin 3 is your transmit wire, which is red on this particular one, and it typically is red. It could be blue, but usually it's red. And that's all there is to it. Now all we got to do is take and slide the little old connector back on here. Yeah, I might have to loosen that up a little bit more. Let it slide over that shield. Because I kept everything intact. I just robbed a good mic and swapped out the connectors. Well, it's just not going to play nice, is it? I'm going to have to take it all the way off. You sucker. There it goes. And then we're just going to slide her in there. And it's got like a little notch, and right before it, you'll find a little dimple in there. And you hit that little dimple, and then you just twist it. Come on, where you at? There it goes. And you know you got it right because you'll see the hole lined up right there. Then we're going to take this itty bitty screw. Don't want to lose this again. Fortunately, I got the perfect size screwdriver that will hold it like so, and it's magnetic tip. And then I will insert the, oh, come on. Don't move on me. And just like that, we're going to put the little locking screw back in there. Don't want to cross thread it. Tighten it good and tight. And then we're going to come back here, tighten up our relief. And now, guys, what, 10-15 minutes? You have wired any mic you want off your bench, and it goes for any Aztec, any power mic or anything. The wiring is going to be the same all the time. Colors might be different, but the wiring is going to be the same. Just remember, 1's audio, 2's shield and ground, or 2 is your common ground, and 3 is your transmit pin. You follow those simple rules, and you will have a working HR2510 mic, no matter what kind of mic you use. And look at this, we just slide her on here now. Screw her on there, and boom. Hell audio. This is a health radio. Just need to get the audio working on it, and this will be a cool 25. I noticed I had to tap on to get the light work too. It needs a little bit of work, and it's dirty, but we'll get there. That'll be my next video, guys. Of course, on this particular mic, and you can go out there and look, and it's the same rule for any mic and any radio. You just need to find out what the pinouts are for your radio, and then wire it in. Anyway, guys, this is Electron Man. Why don't you keep it loud and proud out there, and have a great day. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Help me get some views on it.